What's up, my Childfree family? It is your girl, your auntie, your sis, your friend, TeraChantelle in the building. This is where we discuss things on a child-free perspective. Only me and you really get it. When we live in such a society that is trying to normalize foolishness, it's so peaceful being able to talk to my child-free family that just gets it. Like, y'all just get it. This is new video that's going around on TikTok talking about it is not flex to not have kids, to not want kids. Especially as a woman, you know they love to try to dictate our womb. They love to be in charge of how we busting it open and who we doing it to, who we doing it for, who is coming in us and who is coming out of us. And I beg to differ. That don't even make sense. How it's not a flex. Choosing to not procreate. Choosing to think logically before bringing a kid into this capitalistic society so they can just work their ass off and be a slave to the system. But most parents don't care. Misery loves company. Parents will be like,
well, if I had to work my butt off, if I had to suffer, so do you.
Okay, this is why you're here. You're here just to pay bills. You're not here to just enjoy life. What is enjoying life? No. You can't rest. You can't enjoy leisure. You gotta have kids like I had kids. You gotta be sad because I've been sad.
People have kids out of boredom. People have kids because they have just been trained. People have kids because they want some sort of fulfillment within inside of themselves, hoping and wishing the kid will do that for them. The flex is being self-aware. The flex is observing this world and realize I'm not about to put nobody in here just to suffer. The world is already crumbling. The world is already on fire. It is burning as we speak. Why would I set a kid up just to be burned, just to have anxiety, just to be depressed, just to be here paying bills, miserable, scrolling online, trying to find some sort of fulfillment outside of just producing kids for the heck of it, for the fun? The only time people are not suffering is when they are chasing after pleasure, when they are chasing after their flesh. So the reason why they think having kids is the greatest accomplishment is because that's the only way they felt whole again. They felt at ease. They felt at peace. But being child-free, I feel at peace with my decision. I feel at ease with my decision of not torturing anybody, bringing them here just so they can pay bills and be a slave to capitalism. Our social security numbers are just jail numbers when you really think about it. The fact that we have normalized working 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and only having 2 days off, I'm not here for it. Rent is through the roof. Food is through the roof. Everything is just unreasonable, and it's unfair that I would bring someone in here just to complain. They're not going to be like, thanks, Mom, for bringing me here. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. No, they're going to constantly complain. They might get bullied in school. They are chasing after materialism as well because they have to fit in with the latest things in school. The school system, are they really teaching these kids anything? Are they really teaching these kids about self-development, self-fulfillment, mental health? That you need mental health breaks? You don't need to just be working yourself to death. These jobs don't really care about you. How to be an entrepreneur so you can not depend on the system. cultivate your own talents and gifts. No, they're not teaching you this. And the parents are not teaching you this either. They're teaching you how to survive, not how to thrive. Being child free, I'm not thinking off of emotions. I'm not thinking off of horniness. I'm not thinking off of romance. I'm not thinking just off of feelings. I'm thinking logically, which most people do not. They have just been trained to do something without questioning. They have been trained because they have regurgitated what the Bible has told them, being fruitful and multiply, with no discernment behind it, no reasoning behind it, just because you're an adult and you think it's a bright idea. Everybody shouldn't procreate. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean it's the brightest idea for this kid in this existence. And they want to call me selfish because I'm choosing to opt out. I'm choosing not to reproduce. I'm choosing not to cause suffering onto another kid. I would rather heal my own inner child than to torture and traumatize a kid by living in the system, living in patriarchy, living in capitalism, living in materialism. We are here chasing after things that we can't even take with us at the end of the day. You can't take your kids with you. You can't take your car with you. You can't take your house with you. You can't take nobody with you. You come in this world alone, and that's how you're going to exit alone. Your kid is not going to be your purpose. Your kid should not be your identity for existence. You have to find meaning in this world outside of just procreating. You have to find fulfillment outside of this world, outside of just reproducing. It's a flex when you can have that identity about yourself and not being pressured in this society by other people trying to condemn you for your choices of actually thinking, being logical, being reasonable, having reasoning, being conscious of the state of this world. And a lot of y'all live in fantasy. Y'all not thinking about this world and what your kids are going to grow up in and how they are going to be addicted to technology, how they're not even able to write in cursive. Like, you're not even reading to your kids. Education is key. You're addicted to your phone just like your kid is addicted to your iPad. But y'all live in a fantasy world in hopes and wishing the world will be different. But the world is what it is. And I'm not hoping for it to be a better world so then I can procreate. I am reading the room. This is what you should do. You should read the room, check the temperature, and move accordingly. And this is why being child free, not having kids, is a huge flex. I don't care what none of them try to say, because I'm protecting my peace. I'm not falling for the manipulation, the games that you try to guilt trip women into so then they can suffer, so then they can be depressed, so then they have postpartum, now they have identity issues, all for the sake of trying to fit in with this society. You can call me crazy, you can call me negative, you can call me any and everything. I will be that, but I know the truth, and I'm not in a fantasy land. And that is the flex, when you are a truth teller, a truth speaker, and you're actually protecting the kids. Because a lot of people having these kids don't really care about these kids. They're just babysitting their own kids. They just watching their own kids. They're not reading to them. They're not teaching them. They're not reminding them that love lives within, not coming from a man, not coming from a woman, not coming from a boyfriend, not coming from a girlfriend. You have to remind your kids to break these cycles. So I would not sacrifice a kid. I will sacrifice myself. The generational curse is going to end right here with me, because I'm going to thug it out. I'm going to finish it. I am going to heal my inner child before I ever bring a child in here so they can get traumatized by y'all because you want to bully them. No, thank you. It is your girl TeraChantelle. If this resonates with you, let me know. Drop down in the comments and just drop a comment. Let me know you made it this far. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your definition of what a flex really is. Try to bash child-free women. I'm gonna step to you. I gotta talk about it. I gotta say my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's your girl TeraChantelle, and I'll see you guys later.